Finding valid sources for current events. For a researcher, a valid source is usually scholarly in nature, written by an expert, has references, and many times is also peer-reviewed, the gold standard in research. However, the context of the information need is also important. What is the research question about? How will the information be used? What is the time period in question? All of these will impact the direction that the research will take, whether it be scholarly or general. Regardless of the type of information, all of the information used must be credible and authoritative. The research time period can also impact what is found. If you're looking for information in the past, you'll be able to find academic journals, books and encyclopedias, and websites. If you're looking for information in the present, you'll be able to find less published scholarly information because it takes time for scholarly information to be reviewed and officially published. However, you will be able to find unpublished scholarly information known as preprint, which has been through the review process but simply isn't published yet. And that is certainly a valid and authoritative type of information. You can also find newspapers via the library databases, which we will do right now. From the main library page, click on Databases, and then scroll halfway down until you reach the ends, and you'll see the New York Times as well as One File News. These two different newspaper sources will be very helpful in the search process. You'll also be able to find very good information from government and educational websites, social media, blogs, and websites in general. But again, all the information that you find must be credible. There are many different ways to search Google for current information. One way is to simply type in Google Advanced Search to get to the actual Advanced Search page, where you can fill in boxes. Or you can also try typing search operators directly. Three of the most popular for finding current information would be to narrow by domain, specify a time range, and also search by trending topic. We're going to do this now in Google. So first, we'll search for a trending topic, COVID-19. And so I wrote in COVID-19 and capital A, capital N, capital D. This is implied with Google, but it never hurts to write it in. It doesn't change the search process, and it's a good habit to get into because you need it with databases. Then in parentheses, I'm also typing in ethnicity or capital O, capital R, and then I'm putting ethnic groups in quotes because it's a two-word phrase, and quotation marks will tell Google you want that exact phrase. And then I'm finishing the parentheses. This is called a nested search, and it's a very effective way to look for similar search terms. Google will look for things in the parentheses first, and then the words outside of the parentheses. And then I'm adding the word and symptoms. So we came up with a number of different results, many of them, 78,000, but you can see that they are all from government websites. The CDC is the first one, Health Equity Considerations of Racial and Ethnic Minority Groups. And then there's also one from the National Institute of Health. And you can scroll down and see others from state government websites as well. I'm going to actually look at the very first one, even though you should always look more than one page in when you're doing a Google search, because this does look like it's appropriate. So health equity considerations and racial and ethnic minority groups. And so you could see it's an article about this, which would be very appropriate for anybody doing research into this particular issue. And it also points you towards other good resources. So this is definitely an excellent source to choose and look at. The second type of search we're going to do is one for a trending topic. And so I put in the trending topic of long haulers. Those are individuals with COVID who have had the symptoms for a very long period of time. And then I put in "and COVID," and I put a hashtag right in front of the term. And I added the word COVID to hopefully eliminate truckers, because they are also known as long haulers. So when doing this search, you can see there are a number of articles that pop up, many of them from a number of different domains. The first several are from .coms, The Lasting Misery of Coronavirus Long Haulers. Long haulers are redefining COVID-19 from The Atlantic. And then you can see things from .orgs as well. So this is definitely a good way to search for a trending topic and see what's happening across .coms, .orgs, .govs, and do always look beyond the first page. Dig in and see what you can find. Finally, the last type of search I'm going to do is around just statistics. So COVID-19 and statistics. And I want to see what has been written about statistics on the web in the last month. So I click on Tools, and then I click Past Month. And it gives me the CDC COVID-19 data tracker from September 8th. And then it gives me something from September 5th. And then information, if we go on to the second page, from earlier dates as well. So that is an excellent way to choose information from a specific time period. If you have any questions about these searches, please don't hesitate to contact the library.